we have a great guest today. His name is Darnell Smith, and he's the CEO and founder of A to Z Mini Billboards. And when I heard that, I was like, what is a mini billboards? It's like, okay, not the big ones, but what is a mini billboard? And, you know, I'm always bringing you business information, ways to start a business. 2010 is your year. You have to claim it. And I will bring you all sorts of guests that can help you start businesses, establish businesses, or help you even grow your business. Whatever I can do to help you this year, let me know. Send me an email about that too. And Darnell here will give us some information in regards to his business, how you can make money off of his business on two folds, by promoting your business or even starting your own little small business off the side. So let's have Mr. Darnell start teaching you how to make some money for 2010. Hi, Darnell. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about who Darnell Smith is and how you came on with A to Z Mini Billboards.
I'm an electronic engineer and software engineer.
Okay.
For like 22 years. And through all the layoffs and enrons and things like that, I lost my job.
Okay.
And eventually became homeless.
Wow.
Matter of fact, I lost my home, cars, got divorced, so I lost the wife, the children.
She said, you're broke. You're broke, Negro. I can't stay. You ain't got no house. We ain't got nowhere to live.
Right.
A sister left you when you were down and out.
Well, you know.
I'd have stuck by you. Would have
Right.
been like two homeless people in the donate to the cause. We would have had a mug. I'm just kidding. So you lost the wife, you lost the house, you lost everything. So you were really at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know, I went through some depression.
Okay, I understand. Understandably.
And then time, you know, for a while I lived off of, you know, the money they gave me.
Right.
But I didn't have anything because of divorce, of course. I took care of everything.
And she roped you with
split.
that too, huh?
Well, you know, you split and you have to, you know, get rid of everything. But eventually money ran out.
Right.
And I became, you know, I know where to go. But I was a web developer at the time.
Okay.
On the side as a, it's more of a retirement, you know, so I can use that when I get older.
Okay.
So when I didn't have anything, I sort of relied on it. And the people that I met while doing web work sort of took me in.
I was just about to say, so what was the turning point that kind of helped you?
Well, that's what happened. I mean, I was done. And they took me in as like, they needed me, I needed them. You know, I had a large house. They had some health problems.
Okay.
So I went over, I stayed with them. And for about a year, I was really depressed.
Wow.
No jobs, no nothing.
So can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What was the inspiration to keep going? I ask because there's a lot of people that's out there and they might be in the same spot where you were at, and they really have no inspiration to even. Because I've been there. Sometimes I just don't even want to do anything and I wasn't even as low as you are. And I don't even want to. So what inspiration kept you moving forward?
Well, three things. I have 3 kids.
Okay.
So the older ones were away. Well, actually, one was in the Army. Both went to Iraq. One 2 terms of Iraq. But I had an 11-year-old daughter now, but she was only like 2 then.
Right. Oh, okay.
So no, I couldn't. And even when I was homeless, I never missed every other weekend seeing her.
Wow.
With no car, I never missed.
Some people should take the hint with that.
No, I never missed.
So, that was just off the top. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not a problem.
So
you know, through the depression side, you know, you start to think.
Yeah,
you know.
Of course.
But eventually, you know, you're not depressed anymore, and I'm already an engineer and whatever. So I started looking for work at the same time. And what happened was I was going to the barbershop, which they gave me the money. The people who I was living with, very good people, the Babineaus.
Wow.
And
Babineaus? We need more people like you out there.
Right. So I was at a barbershop. I had $12 in my pocket to get a haircut. And when I was at the barbershop, I was looking at the people around in the barbershop, and they were looking at this TV with no sound. The other people sitting around, they're all looking. The kids were looking, whatever. There's books on the table, and no one's reading anything.
No, that's true.
And I knew that, you know, our people don't like to read that much. So that was one of the
Really?
things. And what happened in my mind, I was thinking, and it was just a joke in my mind, I was saying, well, if my resume was on that monitor,
Wow.
I could probably get a job. Well, then it dawned on me that there should be a way to do this where it's cheap enough
The spark.
so that people like me could get something in advertisement that is at least cheap enough that I could afford.
Right.
Okay? Because a lot of people have things to offer. A 22-year engineer, I was a robotics engineer,
Okay.
but couldn't get a job, because no one really knew.
Wow.
So that day was over, and I went back home, and I had a lot of computer stuff from being in the field and, everything.
Okay.
So I decided to make my own, a little investigation, and I saw that the systems out there cost anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000,
Which
is
in
retarded.
your case right then, it was way
Yeah, it
out
was
the-
retarded. So I decided to write my own. And then on top of that, I started investigating what it cost for people to advertise, like in what do you call it, like malls and different things like that, and the big
yeah.
screens. It was something that's like $10,000
Even
for a
on
weekend.
TV, like a spot, something like that. If this was, you're talking easy $1,000 for 30
Yeah,
seconds.
it was
30 seconds.
it was
Easy.
ridiculous. So it just couldn't happen. I knew it couldn't be that expensive. So I made my own machine, and what I did at first was, I know people don't like change, okay?
Right.
So I tried to make something that looked like the 2-foot by 4-foot perf board that they had that you put business cards on and things like that.
Okay.
So I made this big 2-foot by 4-foot, 6-inch deep crown molding wooden thing that took 2 people to carry and 2 people to hang on the wall. But it did work. I mean, it had a screen in it and all that kind of stuff, but it didn't fly. It's just this big giant behemoth
Right.
sitting on the wall. So I put it back down, and then I'm still sort of depressed about it, but I'm continuously working about it, still trying to get work. In the meantime, I got a job.
Wow,
Okay,
that's good.
back at the same place that laid me off.
No way.
The first place, and I was doing pretty good, getting my bills
yourself back on
paid,
your feet,
got myself a
okay.
car, all this kind of stuff. And as a matter of fact, I never celebrated Christmas in my life, so I celebrated Christmas the first time in my life. And long and behold, I got robbed.
It's not funny. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
Yeah, I came home. They robbed everything, including everything off from under the Christmas tree, which is my daughter's stuff.
Oh.
Okay, so I was down
Don't know
again.
about that.
But anyway, I still worked on my little thing. I started doing software, and then I was getting a little better at it.
Okay.
And the people that were with me, they helped me. They put in the first like $2,000 to get me monitors to start me off. Okay, so
The Baboni?
the Babinos.
Babinos.
So I have tied them into my business forever.
Wow.
So then I started working on it more. The software was really good. I put it in a couple places, and that worked really well.
Okay.
But really, there was no model, to make it successful.
Okay.
Because I couldn't do it myself. So I kept looking at it. So what I did was I took the business model and flipped it upside down
Okay.
and made it so that, for one, it would be for the people first and profit second.
Okay.
And I wanted to make sure that everybody could afford the ad. So
Which is totally what people don't do now.
exactly. So I took the $12 that was in my pocket, multiplied it by 2, rounded it up,
Right.
and made the ads only $25.
And
Okay,
everyone can
as
afford $25.
as a mandate.
Okay.
So to be in the business, the ads had to be $25.
$25, okay.
On top of that, I made it so that to give back to the people,